here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason. As always, welcome to our second live stream of the day. We started today actually doing a show called Afternoon Blitz. We'll see if that name sticks. Hopefully, nobody has that name under wraps, but we stole it for today. That's the kind of name we're going to call it, Steel City Blitz. What's up, Russ? Mike Miller. What is up, everybody? Good to see you, TD, in the house. Good to see some OGs in the house. Truly appreciate it. Make sure you're double tapping that screen, hitting that like button. Oh, awesome, Russ, man. Prayers to you, man, for a continued quick recovery, man. Glad that you got that done. I was wondering about you. Good to see you, my friend. So very happy that all worked out for you. What's up, Mike Miller? Pittsburgh Steelers, new football players that are really good playing football. They also know what to do. There you go. What's up, chat family from Russ? Yes, man. Hey, we're starting to do a little bit of time differences. So I've been starting at about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, if you're not watching it now, you can watch it later. Fridays, I have youth basketball practice for the team I coach. That starts at 6. So, I'll be back in the saddle usually about 7:30, 8 o'clock on Friday nights. But yeah, this is a good one too. Being a little bit later, I feel like we get a lot more OGs in here, guys that have been in here for a while, to talk Steelers football, to talk football in general. And it's nice to have those times. We get a lot of new people. We had a ton. We had over almost 2,700 views today on our first show for our early afternoon show called Afternoon Blitz. So we had literally a great turnout for that. Gained some subscribers from that also to join the conversation. Big nights here as of late. But again, double tap that screen. Send us out into that YouTube algorithm. Hey, Russ, I'm glad you're taking care of the grandkid too, man. Make sure you enjoy these times. Don't let them pass you by. We'll be here talking football all the time. You make sure you take control of those moments and always keep them close to you, brother. You never know. Life is just so precious, and I just hope that you just take advantage and suck up every moment of that. And I think everybody should do that. My dream is the best show in town is the best chat family. Show up hot and heavy for Sean. Yes, we're going to get Sean here. We got to do that, man. Sean is definitely going to be here for the draft. Especially the channel has definitely started to take some big strides here as of late. Our revenues have definitely increased. Last night we got tons of super chats. That was super awesome. No pun intended. Super chat, super awesome. It was definitely really cool. So that was great. Definitely the revenue has increased. The views have increased. So hopefully by the time that comes around, we'll be really full tilt and we had by then taken over this space here on YouTube. And it'll be easier to get Sean here because definitely I have no problem paying for it. Sean is definitely given this channel a lot and a lot of his time. So definitely do not mind that. But we will get Sean here. Are we getting a quarterback from the Mike? Yeah, we did get him. Nothing big though, Mike. Just a pickup, futures deal. Big Russ, we talked about that. What's up, Daniel Warman in the house? Good to see you. Danny George in the house. Nick Steelers, what's up? PDS World Cup, what's up? Really good to see some of you OGs in the chat, man. The chat has been on fire lately to where I feel like I'm not getting my OGs in there as much. I'm not seeing it all. The chat gets filled up so quick that it takes me forever to get down it. So these nights here where it starts out a little slower are definitely welcomed, man. And I want to talk tonight. What happened to that Pittsburgh? If you looked at that thumbnail I put up there, that intimidating defense, that defense that just ate people for lunch, man, was just absolutely crazy. Just so mean, so nasty. Played with that edge that you're looking for if you're Mike Tomlin and you're looking at this defense. That's what you want. That's the defense he's looking for. But what happened to that brand of football? That's what I've been talking about for days. And today on the afternoon blitz, I was talking about What makes great players? What makes great teams? What do coaches have to do in order to cultivate that culture? What kind of players do you bring in? If you look at that defense, you look at those players of that time. That defense was just nasty and mean, but you had people of high character. You had guys that worked their ass off, my friends. And we talked about that earlier today. And that is so important. And what does Mike Tomlin and this coaching staff have to do? They have to take advantage of that. They have to put their players in the best position possible. They have to scheme things up to suit their playmakers, and they don't do that now. They got TJ Watt. They think he's the best defender in the world. They're just leaving him out there on an island. They don't do anything in terms of scheme to get him into a more consistent basis of production. They do nothing about that. They line up in their base 3-4. Well, they don't play base 3-4. That's a lie. They play a lot of sub-package football. That's NFL. But schematically, they're just not as creative as they once were in terms of the blitzes. But again, that has to do with your personnel. And still, I think there's a lot of speed on this Steelers defense currently that they don't utilize, that they don't take advantage of in terms of the blitz game. There is a ton of speed that is not utilized ever. And that's sad. And it makes you wonder, like, what the hell is going on in the head of Mike Tomlin? Because he saw what these guys were able to do. The Aaron Smiths, the James Harrisons, the Troys, the guys, the Woodleys, all those guys, man. He saw what they were able to do. He inherited a Ferrari and turned it into a clown car. It's just what it is. Nick Steelers, what's up? Leland, PDS Cup. Mike Miller. Is Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and George Pickens leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers? Neither Russell nor Justin are signed. So, beyond this year, their contracts have expired. I mean, they're done. They may be under contract till a certain time here, but basically it's over. George Pickens, I believe, should be trade bait. He's a guy that doesn't have that work ethic, doesn't have that character that you're looking for. Guys, when you're drafting players, I talked about this earlier. When you're drafting players, when you're bringing players in from free agency, the number one thing that should only matter to the Steelers is what? Character. Guys, if people are in the NFL or in the conversation to be in the NFL or are sniffing the draft, they're about to be in the draft or they're a free agent, they evidently can play damn football. We know that part. Check. What am I looking for? I want guys that got high character, guys that got high work ethic. That runs out throughout the building. That rubs off on everybody. That's what you're looking for. And Mike Tomlin, I believe, doesn't look for that anymore. All this staff looks for is the big name. That's not necessarily the right path. Your scouting department got to be top shelf. They got to go out there each and every damn week looking for players that meet your standard, that Steeler way. That's why the Steeler way has died. That's why the Steelers culture has died. Because they don't have those guys anymore. They have some, but it's not all over the team like it used to be. It's crazy, man. All right, guys, I need more of you to double tap that screen, hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live, only here on Mic Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason, as always. Send us out there into that YouTube algorithm, but we need you to hit that like button. It's free. It's easy. I know there's more than 6 of the OGs in the chat, so make sure you're hitting that like button for us here while we are on the show. That helps tremendously. That is what we need you to do. Hit that like button, light that thing up, send us out there. Bring more and more people to the conversation here at Mic Drop Sports. We are well on our way to thousands more subscribers than we got already. We're about to hit 4,200 subscribers. I would like to hit 5,000 by the end of next week. I think we can do it at the pace we've been going, the pace we've been gaining subscribers lately. I believe we could hit 5,000 by the end of next week. So let's get that goal set and do it. But what does it take? It takes a massive campaign of you guys smashing that like button for us. What's up, downtown John Broadway? Za Curry in the house. Do you think we're going to get Devontae Adams? If so, I hope he's okay with parting from the AARP quarterbacks and be okay with Fields. We need a top veteran wide receiver. I think you do, but I think the path is T. Higgins. I think that's the only obvious path is T. Higgins. If I'm the Steelers, I focus on T. Higgins first. If you're not able to get that done, you got to have Omar Khan's got to have a plan B, C, D, E, and F in place. There's guys out there that you can get, and you don't need the biggest name guy to come in. You don't need that. Guys think that you have to have just some big name guys, the Devontae Adams, the Justin Jeffersons, those guys. That's what you think you need. No. What do you need? You need a group of really good ones. You need a group of them. You don't need the superstars, guys. That's why I say, George Pickens, goodbye. Your work ethic sucks. The way you run routes, the way you jog around, the way you play half-ass does not work in Pittsburgh. It doesn't work anywhere. People get annoyed with that shit. His talent is exceptional. He's absolutely amazing. But he drags ass. He is low character, low IQ, and everybody wants to act like he made some big splash. I'm telling you guys, when he was asked in the press conference if he felt optimistic, it wasn't that he didn't think that it was optimistic when he said, nah, that wasn't it. He didn't know what optimistic fucking meant, period. He's that dumb. He's that dumb. All right, guys, make sure you're smashing that like button for me. I need you to double tap that screen. I need 9 more of you to double tap that screen for me real quick. Send us up to 20 as we are always trying to pursue 100 likes here on the live stream. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for because this is the place to be. Mic Drop Sports each and every night. We're going to make sure your voice is heard here on the channel. Let's continue to go through. Matt says... I'm not going to butcher your last name, Matt. I've tried it several times, but I appreciate you. I don't want to keep butchering it. They played for Dick LeBeau. That defensive old love Dick. Oh, man, that just didn't come out right, Matt. But anyway, they love Dick LeBeau. They respected him, and he gave all credit to his D. He loved that D like family. That's what you got to have in this building, Matt, and that's what I keep preaching. You gotta have guys of high character. If that isn't first on your list when you are evaluating players at this level, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. You're asking for fucking trouble. High character, high work ethic, high character players. That is what you are looking for. Hey. Make Brian Flores an offer he can't refuse. Set an example in trade GP. Absolutely. Mike Tomlin doesn't set those examples, though. He allowed GP to run amok. He hid that he was almost late to the Chiefs game. You're playing the best team in the league and you're showing up fucking late? Get out of here, man. You're supposed to be the top wide receiver on this football team and you're showing up late? Get out of here. That doesn't warrant top wide receiver money. I'll go out and get it done by committee. That's what we'll do. They got to have a pair, man. They got to have a pair. All right, guys, we need more of you to hit that like button. 6 more of you hit it real quick. I'd appreciate it. All you got to do is double tap that screen. It's free. It's easy. Also, don't forget, we started doing a mid-afternoon show. That'll be weekdays only, about 3 days a week. It's called Afternoon Blitz, only here on Mic Drop Sports, as we are kicking ass and taking names, man. And if you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you get it here tonight. Subscribe to the channel. Double tap that screen for us. We need those likes, guys. That is my campaign. We need those likes. 100 likes every night on this live stream is what we got to aim for. Let's keep going. The Steelers have been mediocre every season recently. Tomlin is playing to not get fired. This stupid fan base isn't smart enough to recognize that they need a much needed rebuild. Fools. That's from Yosemite. I believe the Steelers fan base is actually intelligent. I'm not saying that they're not. Now, there's a small section that are a bunch of douchebag idiots. I get that. That's every fan base has that. But for the majority, Steeler fans recognize what's going on. And if you listen to Mic Drop Sports, you know what's going on. I mean, the problems smack you right in the face, man. Offensively, you sucked along the offensive line. Your scheme absolutely was dog shit. Dan Moore Jr. is not a left tackle. You just were a mess along that offensive line. A rookie was your best offensive lineman. Your quarterback play from Russell Wilson was subpar against good teams. Good against bad teams, subpar against good teams. Well, not even subpar. Absolutely dog shit against good teams. Justin Fields was a bright spot. Went 4-2. Did play well against playoff teams. He was 2-0 or 3-0 against those guys. Those types of teams. The defense had no heart, no fight, no nothing. TJ Watt was neutralized due to poor scheme. The scheme on the offense was absolutely dog shit. No pre-snap movements, no pre-snap motions, no real ability to check in and out of plays to get your players in the proper position. You lacked in any creativity whatsoever. Mike Tomlin states his game plan is to minimize his offense's time on the fucking football field because he wants to limit their mistakes and he wants to win by defense. Well, guess what, Mike? That blew up in your face. You got to be creative. You don't play to your players' strengths. Let's be honest. The issues are there. I could rattle them off all day. But what does Mike Tomlin do to fix it? That's where we start to gauge him. There is a guy, I believe his name is Arthur. I believe that's who it is, who's been, I think, listening for quite some time. Let me get a drink. That's been listening for quite some time here at the channel. I'm not sure if you're out there tonight. But he says I go too hard on Mike Tomlin, that I make it too personal. I don't know Mike Tomlin personally, my friends. We're not buddies. I don't know Mike. I don't talk to Mike. I don't know how he is personally out in the world. And frankly, I could care less. Secondly, I don't talk about Mike on a personal level. I do a podcast about the Steelers, and I point out deficiencies of the head coach. I talk about Michael Tomlin professionally, that he is a clown, that he is low IQ, that he is an idiot, that he makes no sense. Yeah, that's not being too hard on anybody, man. And I got to say, I'd really appreciate it if you quit putting those comments in there because you're soft. Don't be so soft. Toughen up, Buttercup. It's life. And we're going to point out deficiencies. Since when? Well, I know since when, but why all of a sudden in this world can you not critique somebody's ability to do their job? Why is that an issue? Evidently, if you were doing your job at a high enough level, people wouldn't be critiquing it. And guess what? People are going to critique your job performance anyway, no matter how good or well you're doing. So who cares? Do better. Don't be soft. This is Mike Drop Sports. We ain't soft up in this bitch. No. All right, man. There's over 100 concurrent viewers, and we have 19 likes right now. We got to double tap that screen, hit that like button, send us out there into that YouTube algorithm. I know there's more than 19 of you here that are originals, man, that watch this show every single day. Let's double tap that screen. Let's send us out there, man. I don't even want to say it no more. I make myself nauseous saying it, but we want to get that like button lit up. It helps send us out there. Again, guys, I appreciate it. The moderators, thank you. Appreciate the help so much. But we are going to keep on going here. Pittsburgh. I don't like that one. Justin Fields is a terrible quarterback. That's from Beast Mode. I think he was. But I think what Justin showed, Beast Mode, was work ethic. I think what Justin showed was drive, fight, and high character. He was put into a very, very compromising situation. One in which he wasn't going to win no matter what. And guess what? He stood up. He rose up. He showed his character. He went 4-2. He got better each week. What more do you want from the young man? I bashed him harder than anybody during the summer. But you know what? When people show you something, they show you the fight, they show you the work ethic, they show you the character, you got to give it to him. You got to applaud him. And you just don't sit there and say he sucks because he got no chance to prove himself when the chips were down. Mike Tomlin didn't yank Russell Wilson when he kept losing game after game after game after game. But guess what? It wasn't all on Russell Wilson. It wasn't. A lot of that went on the defense too. The defense showed no fight, no spirit, no character, no nothing. They showed shit. Guys, I got to say, a lot of this boils down to coaching, and I know nobody wants to hear it. And there's podcasts out there, again, that all they talk about is how it's this player, that player, this player, that player. Guys, no matter which player you've inserted in there for the last how many ever years since Ben Roethlisberger's departure, even during Ben Roethlisberger's time, no matter which player you had in there, you still got the same fucking results. Right or wrong. I mean, you got the same exact results. And again, everybody asks, Jason, oh, you picked that record pretty damn close. It was spot on. I went off of Michael Tomlin's track record. It's easy to predict the Steelers' record when Mike Tomlin doesn't change and he doesn't do anything differently. It's easy. He's going to go next year, guaranteed. 10-6 or 10-7, 11-6. There you go. He'll be there, and he'll get his ass whooped in the first round of the playoffs again. It's easy. It's easy. All right, guys, we had almost 150 concurrent viewers there, so make sure you're double tapping that screen, hitting that like button, making us out there, sending us out there, rather, into that YouTube algorithm. I truly, truly appreciate it. Let me try to get through the chat here. I got to throw a flag on that Pittsburgh comment. Don't dog my Steelers. No. I'm just messing with you. Get T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson. That's from Russ. Nasimity. The Steelers have been mediocre every season recently. Tomlin is playing not to get fired. This stupid fan base is... we already read that. I don't think it's stupid. Inger says spamming. Yeah, don't spam, guys. Dude, what's the coach really do? Oh, my God. Jamal, if you're that dumb... Honestly, I'm not even trying to dog you, but if you're that dumb, what does a coach really do? What do you mean, dude? You don't know ball. Tell us you don't know ball without saying you don't know ball by your comment. I can't even comment back to it. That's how stupid it is. I'm a Ravens fan primarily, and also, well, you're welcome here. Any fan of any NFL team, you are allowed to come here. You're allowed to talk smack in the chat. Once you get vulgar or something or be like kind of crazy with it, like saying off the wall stuff, the moderators will get you. We'll let you have fun though. We'll let you talk shit. We'll let you enjoy yourself here. But you definitely can't just be in there cussing, saying stupid stuff, being nuts, being offensive. You can't do those things. Two more of you. Hit that like button. Double tap that screen for me real quick. Let's get to 30 as we are on our pursuit to 100 likes. Let's keep going. Eric Huff. I was at Eric Huff. Let me find where Eric was. Sorry. Damn. We did Jamal. Where's Eric? I was at Eric. Eric, I'm trying to find your comment, bro. Sorry, Eric. You can put it back in, man. I lost. We were going to lose either way. That's from Jamal. Zachary GP apparently showed up late all year. Pathetic. Absolutely. Justin Fields is awful. And GP is overrated ASF. Zach Curry, Justin Fields is good. Are you playing too much fantasy stat watching? That's for kids. Yeah, guys, I don't live in the fantasy football world. What am I looking for from players? I want to see players that rise up in big moments. I want to see players that are effective when the chips are down. That's what I'm looking for. I don't give a shit about the fantasy stats, man. I don't care about it. It does not matter to me in any way, shape, or form. I'm not good at fantasy because I'm looking at players' character and their heart and their fight. I'm looking at what really makes good teams. I'm not looking at the bullshit. Well, if we sound crazy, Jamal, you know where the door is, my friend. You're still in here making comments. You could go if we sound crazy. I'm just saying, you're not held hostage here. I want volunteers, like Mike says, not hostages. Caught a replay on Afternoon Blitz. Stoked about it. Hey, thanks, Russ. Appreciate you, man. Look at GP production. You're sticking up for a clown, Jamal. We all see through his shouting sacks, bringing bad energy to the Steelers. Put all y'all blame on GP. Shake my head. Jamal, you don't know football, my friend. If you're in the chat, let me answer you. And I really wasn't going to. But you're saying put all the blame on GP. Nobody is. You're not listening to the show. You're one of those people. Eric, I'm going to get to your comment too. I seen you and I missed you up there. I'm going to get to your comment because I don't like to do that. Inger, you don't have to time him out. He's all right. You don't have to time him out. He can make comments. Let him make them so we can have this conversation. you're talking all this shit about like we're blaming certain people or not blaming this person or putting all the blame on one person. That's a farce, my friend. I'm blaming a lot of different things, and you're not listening to the content because you're not receiving it. Evidently, here you're not listening to it. You're trying to spin a narrative of what you want it to sound like. I blame many people outside of George Pickens. I may blame many people outside of Michael Tomlin. I blame many people outside of Russell Wilson. I blame tons of things. I could give you a list of 100 things the Steelers do wrong. But it all reverts back to one man, in my opinion. But we'll leave that conversation out of it. But you're saying blame GP. GP deserves some blame. He shows up late consistently, and the head coach covers it up and acts like it's okay because, hey, GP, okay. And then George Pickens, if you watch all 22 tape, you can really see it. He dogs, man. He drags ass on 99% of the plays. That's not helping the offense. When the defense knows that they don't have to guard you because you're dragging ass and they see it and they're like, oh shit, I'll go over here. He isn't getting the ball. It's pretty easy to defend. That came into light in the Chiefs game. Why? Because George Pickens ran half-ass on his route. The safety recognized it, jumped over, and intercepted the pass that was put absolutely perfectly that everybody wanted to dog Russell Wilson about. How didn't he see him? He put the ball in such a bad spot. Absolutely not. It wasn't. It was absolutely put in the most perfect spot that it could have been. But what happened? The safety recognized that George Pickens was dragging ass, and he jumped over, and he went, and he caught the ball. Simple. George Pickens caused that turnover. Where was Eric, man? Oh, there's Arthur. You were saying about Tomlin earlier. Don't be so soft, Arthur, please. I respect your comments, but you're acting like I'm too hard on Mike. I don't know him personally, bro. Again, I don't know him from a hole in the ground. I don't know him. I only critique his professional career. I'm sure Mike's a great guy. You can go out and have a beer with him. I don't know him. You don't know him. But guess what? He sucks at his job. He sucks. He literally has taken a storied franchise and made it a fucking laughingstock. I mean, that's the truth. And anybody applauding his weak record of non-losing seasons is crazy. Tell us you don't know ball without telling us you don't know ball. That's what I'm saying. But hey, I'm wrong. Eric said, I just said I wouldn't give up so fast on Russell. He only has one weapon on offense. Running back is not great. Tight end not great. And no other reliable receivers. I agree. I agree to an extent. But I think this wide receiver room, the weapons need a little bit of a revamp. I think Jaylen Warren needs to be the featured runner down in, down out. Najee Harris will go somewhere else. Somebody else can overpay a guy that doesn't even average 60 yards per game, but is yet applauded for 1,000-yard seasons like it's some big accomplishment. It's not. Not in today's NFL. There's 17-game season. You average that out, it is less than 60 yards per game, and Najee is virtually non-existent in any type of meaningful matchup. He just is, and they use him absolutely incorrectly. You have him in a zone run scheme when he's not that type of runner. He's a downhill type runner who tries to act like Barry Sanders at times, hurdling people and shit. He plays outside of his scope, man. I don't know why. Najee hurts himself doing that, but they don't use him correctly. Why even have him on the team? Jaylen Warren is a guy that's more suited for the Arthur Smith run style, and I think that that's the direction that they have to go. Deadpan Fish, I don't know what you're talking about. They're keeping Tomlin. I wish they would have gotten the Pats coach. Guys, I got to bring this up, and I don't care what people say. I'm just telling the truth. Everybody acts like wanting to get rid of Mike Tomlin is the cardinal sin, and I want to know why. Nobody had no bones about getting rid of Bill Belichick up in New England, did you? A guy that won a shit ton of Super Bowls, right? Nobody had no bones about getting rid of him, right? Nobody had no bones about getting rid of Pete Carroll out in Seattle, right? He's a winner. He got it done. I'm just asking the question, why is it so different to get rid of Mike Tomlin from a legacy franchise when nobody gave a shit when we got rid of those guys? What is the fucking difference? Mike Tomlin is not even as good as those guys. Just saying. Maybe Pete Carroll, maybe they're on the same wavelength. I'm just saying. He's not as good as Bill Belichick. And we got rid of Bill Belichick up in New England like that. We got super smart guys in this chat, brother. You must be new. I think we do. I think we got a lot of good fans here. Daniel Warman, what's up? I've seen the Bengals disappoint fans for over 50 years. We had to rebuild our team many times when all we needed was a change in coaches. I hope this, Daniel, when you bring up a very good point, Daniel, and always good to see you, my friend, and bless you. Hopefully you and your family are having a good new year. You bring up a very good point about the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is where I get shaky about the Bengals. I hope right now that they don't hit the panic button after the season that they just had. I hope they don't hit the panic button and get rid of their head coach and start trying to rebuild and do all stupid stuff. There's a point of loyalty that it becomes too much. Yes, and we're seeing that in Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin. Loyalty has become too much. But you need time as a head coach to build a franchise. And I'm definitely pumped up to see what Zach can do there. I think he can continue to build that franchise. And I don't want to see them jump ship so quickly. You know what I mean? Hopefully they don't. That's where I get worried about, like the Browns, the Bengals, these teams that have poor ownership, you know? All right, guys, we need to double tap that screen. I need 3 more of you real quick to double tap that screen. Hit that like button for me here on Steel City Live, only here on Mic Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason, as always, each and every night. Don't forget to join us for our afternoon show called Afternoon Blitz that we're going to try to do a lot more, about 3 times a week. It's a new show. I want to thank you all for the amazing turnout there earlier for the first show we ever did with it and had way over 2,000 views, inching toward 3,000, a lot of likes. It was really, really cool for the inaugural show. It was really a great reception by all of you guys. So we're going to continue to do that. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, again, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Double tap the screen, like it, and subscribe. Share us, and bring more people into the community here. We enjoy talking football each and every day, and this is a great place for your voice to be heard. Tommy Ruff, Justin Fields, playoff win 0. Caleb Williams 0. Yeah, but Justin Fields played for the Bears, dude. You know what I mean? Really no time to win playoff games. He ain't going to win playoff games there. Caleb Williams ain't going to win playoff games there. Caleb Williams was, in my opinion, probably one of the bigger draft mistakes the Bears have ever made. I don't think he's going to be that guy. Jaden Daniels was the guy that they should have taken, in my opinion. Jaden Daniels should have been the first quarterback selected in this draft. I said it in the summer. I said it at draft time. I said he was going to be the best quarterback out of that group, and I still stand behind that. I still think he is. And I think it was a grave mistake not to take him first overall if you're looking for a quarterback. Jaden is that real deal, man. He can stand in the pocket. He's highly athletic. He can do it all. And I think he's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And he's going to be that guy that you want behind center, a guy that's going to be smart in his reads, a guy that's going to develop into a pocket passer, but yet have the athletic ability to be absolutely dangerous. And that's what you're looking for, that combination. A guy that has extreme intelligence, great in between his ears, man. Great head on his shoulders. A guy that can process, identify. That's what you're looking for, man. And I'm glad. I think the Commanders made a brilliant choice. Let's hope they don't mess it up and screw his career up. Yeah, guys, just put your question. Listen to the moderators, please. Just put your question in there once because I try to get through everybody's stuff. I try to answer all the questions. And when you put it in there a bunch, you bumblefuck the chat all up, and then it's hard for me to decipher. So just put it in there once. I'll get to it, and we'll keep on rolling, man. You can ask different questions, but just put one question one time. Says the person acting like a child. People are going back and forth. Steelers 24-25 playoff win 0. Yeah, no doubt. You're right. Don't need to be told. It's kind of easy to figure out. TD. Hell, get to it. Don't worry. Thank you, TD. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Inger. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, TD. Appreciate you guys. Those are the ones I've seen so far in the chat, moderators. Also, I made Sean the managing moderator. So Sean is going to get with you guys. I'm going to get all your emails and shit too. That way Sean can so we can become consistent as with the moderating and all that stuff. Sean's going to be able to email you guys and just tell you what we're going to kick people out for, what we're not going to kick people out for, what we're going to let ride, all that shit. And that way Sean's going to just be like the managing moderator, just so we are all following the same thing. But I am so grateful for you guys because you don't have to do this for me, and I truly appreciate it. That's why I want to bring like some organization to it. That way it's just easier for you guys and easier for everybody. Attack of the YouTubers. You already know the Ravens were going to beat y'all. No, I think that's bullshit too. And I applaud the Ravens. They won. It is what it is. I'm over it. But it's a divisional game, man. Divisional games, you never know what's going to happen. Nobody can sit here and say, you didn't know. Divisional games are toss-ups. All right, guys, I need 6 more of you to hit that like button for me. Double tap that screen for me. Double tap, smash that bitch. Hit that like button. Also, there could be 3 little white dots up in the right-hand corner of your screen. You can hit that down. Hit those also, and that'll bring down the like button. You can't school me. I skipped class. No, I'm a Ravens fan. We did that, Matt. Eric Ruff, Russell to me just needed more receivers or a good tight end. Oh, okay, we did that one. Sorry about skipping you there, Eric. I didn't see it. Zachary Knight, right, saying silly, dumb stuff, trolling, making it difficult to get real questions and comments. Absolutely, it does do that. And there's a lot of trolls, guys. One thing I've learned so far, and I still have a super difficult time dealing with it, and I don't know why. It is trolls in the chat, and I have a super difficult time dealing with it. I do. It pisses me off, and I've been doing this again for almost 2 years. As we become more and more successful, and we're out there more, we have more people watching, more chat comments. Some people just try to get under your skin, and to be in this game, I gotta say, one thing I need to learn is how to just let it roll off, but that's something that it's tough to learn. What's up, D? Thank you, my friend. Jesus loves you too, man. Mike Tomlin is bad at his job. Russell Wilson was a mistake. I would still like to see Mason Rudolph get a year. I still stand behind that. Yeah, Russ, I like that. I love people that cheer for 2 teams because they get 2 chances. They're probably smarter than us. I root for one team. I need to find another team to root for just so I have 2 chances too. Maybe I need to find an NFC team. My luck it would be, though, that they would end up playing each other in the Super Bowl. Then I'd be screwed. I always thought about this. I was like, man, maybe I should be a Philadelphia Eagles fan because they're in the NFC and they're in Pennsylvania. And I should be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan because they're in Pennsylvania, and then just like all Pennsylvania and have double the chance. But I've never been able to bring myself to it. I don't have the stomach for it at all. Inger, never mind. I see what you did. Okay, he was spamming. Never mind. I see what you did, buddy. Guys, don't spam the chat. That way the moderators don't have to delete you. If you just put it in there once, then they don't have to delete it, okay? You save the moderators some time. If you're spamming, they're going to get you out. Nothing will change from Ernie. Izzy, Russ is meh. Mike Johnson, I see we got some Mike Tomlin haters on here. It's not, why does people think that? Why do people just jump to that shit? I see we got some Mike Tomlin haters on here. He's bad at his job. How is that hate? He's terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible at his job. The guy knows nothing. Tell me different. Explain to me how it's different, and maybe I'll listen to it. Kelly, go Eagles. Ernie, nothing will change. Mark DeMoss, Canada was terrible hire, and Arthur Smith is only slightly better because compared to Matt Canada, he looks mid. Guys, there's one common factor. I don't care who you put in there at offensive coordinator. The offense is going to look the same. Michael Tomlin is a micromanager. You are getting Mike Tomlin's offense, and don't think for 1 minute that Terrell Austin calls the defense. He doesn't. Thank you, Zah. I try not to get fired up, but I do occasionally. Jamal, Mike Tomlin haters, I agree. Mike Tomlin for life. Yeah, man. Hey, whatever team you root for, maybe they could hire him. Because honestly, he is stale, dude. He's never won with a team that was built by him. Name a year. I'll wait. I'll wait for it. I'm just saying he's never won with any team he's built. He rode off the coattails of Bill Cowher. He inherited a fucking Ferrari and turned it into a Volvo, a clown car. Ah, crazy, man. Me too, Russ. I was glad about that. All right, guys, I need 9 more of you to double tap that screen, hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live. Get us up to 60 as we are trying to chase 100 likes here in the live stream, as we always do. Thank you for the amazing turnout. Bad QB play, that's from C. Smith. How can you say that from Mike Johnson? We need better coordinators. I think we need a better head coach, one that isn't a micromanager. If Mike would lose his ego, he would lay the ego at the door and not act like I'm big, bad Michael Tomlin. Sit his ego at the door, allow his coordinators to coordinate, be a little bit different, allow them to be creative, allow them to be exciting and fresh and new. Allow players on the team to come in with good character, high work ethic, and allow them to build that culture back up in that locker room and not try to squash it with the Mike Tomlin ego. I think we'd be fine. I would be all right with Mike Tomlin. But until he learns how to do that, we're fucked. Flag, Mike. Flag, my friend. Flag on the play. I'm trying not to throw the flag so hard, guys. All you OGs know this thing's filled with BBs. I've hit it off the window across the office here. I've hit myself in the nuts with that thing, throwing it up in the air and dropping it. I've knocked over the camera with it. I've knocked over the lights with it. Almost knocked the TV over. I get fired up sometimes with that. Ryan Tube 395. He's the only reason the bum-ass Steelers even win games. Y'all would easily be 5-12 team without him. The fact your franchise hasn't had a losing season since 2003 proves that the Steelers need him. That is the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard someone say. Ryan Tube 395. That was dumb. The statistic of Michael Tomlin in non-losing seasons is the dumbest statistic I have ever seen in my life. You can wipe your ass with it. It's horrible. Horrible. And why is it because of Mike Tomlin that the Steelers are 10-win team? Why is that? Why does everybody believe that to be true? I can make the reverse argument and tell you this. If Mike Tomlin weren't there, maybe they wouldn't lose 5 straight to end the season. Maybe they could win a first-round playoff game. Maybe the Steeler way would still be intact. Maybe the Steelers would still have a good culture inside of their building. Maybe players would learn to show up on time. Maybe the game plan would be something different other than run, punt. Run, pass, punt. Maybe. Maybe you would have enough sense to move the greatest defender on the planet around to have some success. Maybe you would do some different things instead of the same damn game plan year after year after year after year. I don't get it. I don't get it. You Mike Tomlin apologists are soft. You're weak. You have a loser's mentality. And I don't want to have that. That's why, I got to get off the Mike Tomlin shit. I can't stand it. All right, guys, somebody else hit that like button for me. Double tap that screen. Double tapping real quick. Get us up to 60 likes. I'd truly appreciate it. Somebody could be our 60th like as we are pursuing 100 likes as we always do here on the live stream. Thank you kindly, whoever did that. Russ says, I was so glad Jalen came back and Mittens didn't win a playoff game. Absolutely, man. Nothing would have irked me more than to watch Kenny Pickett. Thank you for whoever took their like away. Now we need one more person to hit like, man. I hate some people. Thank you. But yeah, Kenny Kitten Mittens. That's what we refer to Kenny Pickett as here on the channel. Kenny Kitten Mittens. Meow. One of the weakest minded people I've ever seen on the face of the planet at the quarterback position. Cam McGlade from Toronto, Canada. Tomlin has to stop being soft on these prima donna wide receivers and go back to heart and hardness like Hines. Absolutely, Campbell McGlade. Cam McGlade, thank you from Toronto, Canada. Good to see you tuning in. Thank you very, very much. Truly appreciate it. We've been getting a lot of people from all over the world, man. I had somebody from Germany the other day. Armin comes in. I think he's from overseas somewhere. Dude, my chat just jumped, guys. I don't even know where the hell I am. I'm at Jamal McCollum one time on Christmas. Come on, man. Y'all stretch on GP. We don't have talent. Chiefs have dominated for a half decade. Come on, bro. If you say that roster didn't have talent, again, you're telling us you don't know football without knowing football. Or without telling us you don't know football. Do not have to agree with them, dude. Yeah, nobody has to agree. Here's the thing. That's the beauty of Mic Drop Sports. We don't have to agree. And that's why we have all these great conversations, man. And it's fun to go back and forth. I appreciate the shit talking, guys. I do. I appreciate it more than you know. That's fine. Spamming ain't allowed. The only person allowed to spam is Miss P. Miss P's allowed to spam the terrible towels. That's the only things that's allowed to be spammed. All right, guys. Hey, who wants a 90 jersey official that's signed? We need to hit 10,000 subscribers, and we're going to be giving that away to one lucky Mic Drop Mafia member. 99 cents a month only will ever be 99 cents a month. Get your chance to do that when we hit 10,000 subscribers here on the channel, which I think we can do before too long from now. So let's keep going. We're already cruising to that 5,000 mark. We wanted to hit that before the end of the regular season. We almost made it right before the end of the season, but I believe we will have it before the time the Super Bowl comes around. I think we will have that 5,000. I think we can hit it by the end of next week, actually. Guys, I want to talk about the AFC playoff picture a little bit here. Again, my chat messed up. If you want your chat comment read, that if I missed it, you can put it back in. I'll try to get to it. But we've had a lot of viewers tonight, so it's very hard to get to them all. So that is what it is. But I want to talk about this AFC playoff picture a little bit. Guys, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to be really hard to beat. I think the Ravens lose to the Bills this weekend. I think the Chiefs win against the Texans. I think the Chiefs move on. I think the Bills move on. And I think finally Josh Allen reaches the mountaintop and goes and chases the Lombardi Trophy. I'm not sure who he will play over on that NFC side. I think it would be Detroit. But however, I really feel like Josh Allen, this is going to be his year to shine. If you were part of the Bills Mafia, you are going to be pleasantly surprised. I think you get out from underneath that curse of the Jim Kelly days, the Matt Barr bullshit. I think his name was Matt Barr. Or Scott Norwood, I think his name was. Wide right. Where you fucked up so many games, man. I think you finally get your redemption here, and I think this is definitely going to be the year of the Buffalo Bills. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Jamal. I appreciate that, man. You're welcome to come talk shit. You're welcome to give your opinions. It's all welcome. I could be wrong too, guys. I want to say that too. I know people think sometimes maybe I don't think I'm wrong, but guys, I could be wrong at any time. I'm not perfect. Everything I say isn't accurate. Why? Because I'm human. But I'm going to give you my opinions, what I feel to be honest, what I feel to be the truthful takes. And that's what I'm going to do. And what we do here is have the conversation. That's why you guys should subscribe. That's why you guys should join us in the Mafia. That's why you guys should come here every single day and hit that like button. It's because we are going to give our best day in and day out to make sure your voice is heard and to give you a platform to actually talk and have what you want to say out there and others comment back. There's a lot of shows you can go and maybe get your comment read or maybe have your conversation piece, talked about. I feel like we do a good job here and we get a lot of your comments in, and we don't get them all. We used to, but we don't get them all, but we do a lot of them. And I think that's what you should come here for. Ravens are going to be out, man. I'm not a hater, Maui. That's not hate. I'm just telling you what I think. You know how hard it is to three-peat, guys. If anybody would dog Patrick Mahomes when they lose here this year, because they're going to, I think that's wrong. Patrick Mahomes is great, man. It's so hard in the NFL to go back to back, let alone three-peat. Yes, he was, Russ. Vrabel, let's talk about that real quick, guys. The New England Patriots are going to be back in the conversation again. They weren't out of it very long, man. They are going to be back atop of the AFC East. Vrabel will have them rocking. The only thing that's going to hold him back right now is you have Josh Allen in that division. Tua sucks. Tua Tagovailoa is he's dog water. I wouldn't worry about that. The Jets, they're the shittiest, one of the shittiest franchises in the NFL. So you don't have to worry about that. But the Patriots and the Bills are going to be going to war here once Vrabes gets that team back to where it needs to be, and they're going to be competitive again, man. They're going to be going after Lombardi trophies again, and that is such a shame that Josh Allen, is going to have that in that division. It's going to be tough for him, man. It might build some character. Maybe it'll get him a little bit more playoff stamina going against quality opponents in the regular season like that 2 times a year. Do the exact opposite of what the Steelers did, and you'll beat the Ravens. Absolutely. I don't know why the Steelers changed their game plan, though, a little bit. It was very noticeable, and they were having the outside linebackers crash in on the running back when they normally had them crash in and on Lamar and allowed the running back to be picked up by guys like Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, and those inside linebackers and tried to minimize that damage that way. However, the Steelers switched up there for some reason, and you saw T.J. Watt, you saw Alex Highsmith crashing down on those running backs, laying the lumber to Henry, but it wasn't effective. They should have changed what they did. They should have stuck to what worked and not tried to reinvent the wheel there. I love Tua. He robbed the Dolphins front office for $200 million. He did, bro. He did, JM. You are absolutely right there, man. He did rob them motherfuckers, man. Let's keep going. Taylor Whitaker. Who do you think would be the best available quarterback to lead us to the promised land again? I don't think this is going to be that year, man, to go out there. I think what the Steelers need to do, honestly, is beg, borrow, plead, and steal to get Justin Fields to stay there for $15 to $20 million a season. I think you offer him a 2-year deal, fully guaranteed at $15 to $20 million per, and I think you try to develop him. I think you make that contract one in which you can get out of in year 2 if it's not working out. And I think that's the road you take right now until you can figure out a different solution. I think that buys you some time. I think that gets you to still be competitive. I think that gets you to still have a chance to possibly win some playoff games. And I think it gives the Steelers a chance to see if maybe Justin Fields could get it done at a high level. So I think that's the best bet for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025. Now, I may be wrong about that. Maybe some other situation presents itself where the Steelers could get much better at that position. But I just highly doubt it with the landscape I currently see right now throughout the NFL and the draft. I don't think they don't have enough draft capital to make a high enough move to go get anybody of real value. Now, perhaps you stumble on somebody in a late round that you've been looking at that many scouts are overlooking or something, and you stumble onto a Brock Purdy or somebody like that. And I don't even think Brock Purdy was that good this year after they paid him a bunch of money. But I'm just saying, maybe you stumble onto a Tom Brady. That's a lottery pick, though. Those things happen once in a million moves. It's just a crapshoot. I think the best, most logical answer is to beg Justin Fields to stay, because to be honest, he shouldn't have any reason to stay with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They sat him on the bench. They didn't give him the opportunity that he wanted. And literally, they don't pass the ball correctly. Their schematics are shit. They have no pre-snap movements, no pre-snap motions. Their game plan, their schematics are dog shit. And all Mike Tomlin wants is a running back at quarterback. I think that's what he would be comfortable with. He wants somebody to just run the football and run it on every single down and never throw it because he doesn't want to throw an interception. That's what he's scared of. He lives in his fears. Truth. All right, guys, I need 5 more of you to double tap that screen, hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live, only on Mic Drop Sports. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the best channel on YouTube. That's right here on Mic Drop Sports. Again, thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the people that gave super chats last night. You guys loaded me up last night. That was absolutely awesome. I truly appreciate it. Again, the views have been outrageous. I love it. Thank you so much, and we're going to continue to make big strides to bring you better and better content as the season progresses and the off season. I think the Ravens will beat the Bills 31-28. Game-winning field goal by Jay Tuck is back, and if the Bills win, it's not going to be off a game-winning field goal. Tyler Bass couldn't make a game-winning. I don't know if I'd be very confident in Justin Tucker, bro. He's not had a very good year. I'd be worried about him in the playoffs, you know? You might be right, though, bro. That might be a close score. How about them Eagles? Well, how about them? Yeah, they're in the playoffs. They're doing well. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, Mafia will go crazy. Yeah, dude, they'll burn Buffalo down, bro. Tua turned Balova. I don't know if I said that right. Extend Tomlin and sign Kenny Pickett. That's from our boy, too, Evil 2 Hope. I had to read his message again today. I usually don't read his when he says that. But he gave a super chat last night, so I owed him one. Good to see you, brother, by the way. Za says Tua. That was what I was trying to read. I don't know if I read it right, Za. Mark DeMoss, Ravens look tough. Can the Bills stop the run? Derrick Henry is a train, and Jackson has pretty good feet as well. I don't trust the Bills' D. Their offense has to score a bunch. Let's just see if they do the opposite of what the Steelers did. They'll win. You know what I mean? If they take the Steelers' game plan that the Steelers used to deploy against Lamar Jackson prior, they will win that game. We'll see if they're smart enough to do it. But I think their offense can score a lot on that Baltimore Ravens defense. Will the Steelers have faith in Justin or Russ or move on? I think they try to get Justin, man. I think Russell Wilson will either be somewhere else next year or out of the league. Mike Johnson, I'm going to give you a like because I want to watch you see the way you talk. Oh, I watch myself all the time. Thank you, though. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. JM, I love to it. We did that, Russ. I'd love to have Vrabel, man. I just want to change. I'm tired of Mike. And he sucks. Steelers should be the best team if Mike Tomlin didn't run 3 times and then punt. Absolutely, Benny Hill. Tucker came out of his slump. Yeah, I guess. Taylor Whitaker, he is upside, though. Actually, the best coach was Cowher, in my opinion. I like Bill, but I thought it was time for him to go, too. But he left under very tough circumstances. Kay, his wife, that passed away, got cancer, skin cancer, and he got pulled out of the game in a way that I didn't want to see happen, man. Again, I always feel bad for old Bill Cowher because the way that all went down, and they finally reached the mountaintop as a couple. You know, they finally made it to the Super Bowl, and it's not just the husband, Bill, that was doing that. Kay was involved in that too, and they worked so hard, and they finally made it. Their whole family there on that field in Detroit, Michigan, hoisting that Lombardi trophy, celebrating together, the highest of the highs, and how quickly things became the lowest of the lows for Bill and his family and his wife, Kay. And how tragic of an incident that was and how sad that was. But one good thing, one shining moment in that is that she got to see Bill and herself and her family that put in all that work in the city of Pittsburgh to reach that mountaintop, achieve it, and achieve the ultimate success and become world champs, man. If you watch the football life of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the 2005 Pittsburgh Steelers, and that magical run, and you hear his daughter like, "We're world champions, Dad," like just screaming it. What amazing moment that was for the Cowhers, man. All right, guys, I can't read no more. I'm done. I've had enough. Again, thank you, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to the moderators. Again, you all are absolutely awesome. I love it. And I appreciate you. And again, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the OGs that are in this chat every single day. You make my time here very, very valuable. I love it, man. I appreciate it so much. And again, if you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like. And we'll be back tomorrow with Just Steel City Live tomorrow. This is a playoff weekend, so we'll go live. Hopefully Sean can join me, and we'll get things rolling here. Again, the moderators, I'm going to get all your emails and stuff too. so we can coordinate with Sean so we can all outline what we want to do, what we want to delete. And you guys are welcome to also throw ideas out there, throw things out there that you would like to see in the channel. You're welcome to do that. You're part of this thing, and I appreciate it. So until tomorrow, guys, I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports and the show Steel City Live. Peace, my friends. See you on the next one.